Hi, I'm Luz today, and I love to talk about movies 24/7. I've been fascinated with films as long as I can remember, and I upload weekly. Today, I'm going to be ranking every single Ghostface from the Scream franchise, from worst to best. And this, of course, will include spoilers. I'm talking about all six movies, including six, so you have been warned. So far, there have been 13 Ghostfaces, and I'm not including the TV show, by the way. I'm only including the movies. I'm actually watching through the TV show for the first time now. Maybe I'll do a ranking at some other time with the TV show. I guess it won't be Ghostfaces, but the TV killers as well. But for now, it's only the ones from the movies, and there's 13 so far. So coming in at number 13 is Jason Carvey from the opening of Scream 6. I thought he was a good ghost face for how he was used. He's just in the opening scene. He had a brutal kill with the Professor Laura. He had some really disturbing, creepy lines and a few funny moments. But his sole purpose was just to be killed by the other ghost face in the opening. And his motive wasn't interesting at all. He just wanted to continue Richie's in film, and that was it. So his motive was interesting. I mean, he a pretty interesting character for the opening, but and that was his only that was his only purpose, which is fine. So that's why he gets the bottom spot, because he's basically just meant to be killed in the opening, which is cool. Coming in at number 12 is Charlie Walker. I think he's the only bad Ghostface in my opinion. Like I said, Jason was good for how he was used, but out of like the main ghost faces, like to reveal at the end, Charlie is easily the weakest. Because, I mean, he does kill most of the people in 4, but his motive is just because he loves Jill and he gets manipulated by her, and he immediately gets killed by her. Great performance by Rory Culkin, but the character itself is just not very interesting at all. He's just kind of whiny, and he's just so blindsided by Jill, and he just gets killed by her. So he's just not a great ghost face. Next up, number 11 is Roman Bridger, the only single ghost face. He's an okay ghost face. I do like that the voice changer. I think it's okay. I don't love it or hate it. I think it's fine. It's cool that he's the only single ghost face, but that does create some kind of plot holes or illogical moments. But I just don't love his motive. That he's just mad at his mom shut him out and abandoned him, which is sad. And he started the whole Billy Stu thing. He motivated him to do the killings in the first place. I don't think that's particularly interesting. And he had a good life without Maureen Prescott. I mean, he's a movie director. He's going to direct Stab 3, which is awesome. But he still decides to be a killer, which I just can't really buy into fully. I mean, of course, it's really sad that Maureen shut him out and abandoned him. But I'm sure if he would have went up to Sydney and be like, "I'm your half brother. I want to be a part of your life," I'm sure Sydney would have been more than happy to get to know him. So yeah, I just don't like how that played out. I think the half brother thing's fine. I just don't think it was executed very well at all. That's why he's only okay Ghostface. He has some funny and intense moments. Like I said, he's not terrible. I think he's just okay. I just wish he could have been a little bit better. And the other thing is, when he's revealed, like almost no one recognizes him, because all the people I watched Scream 3 with the first time, they're like, wait, who is that exactly? Which is funny because Roman Bridger wears glasses the entire movie, and then at the end, he doesn't have glasses, so nobody recognizes him, which doesn't make for a great reveal. And also, Sydney doesn't even know him at all. Only Gail and Dewey do. So that she's just confused when he's revealed as Ghostface. So that doesn't make for an interesting reveal. So that's why he's so far down on the list. All right, coming in at number 10 is Ethan Kirsch. I paired the Kirsch family together because I think they're pretty close together in quality. I love that we got 3 ghost faces. I think that's amazing. I'm so glad we finally got that. That was one of my things I wanted before seeing Scream 6. But the only issue with that is that you don't get as much time as the other movies with the ghost faces, just like if you were to have 2 or 1. So someone had to be the bottom out of the three, and Ethan is, because we just didn't get as much time with him. I like the the turn between his Ethan Purcell and Ghostface. He's very psychotic, has some funny lines, very crazy. I like his death with the TV callback to Stumacher. But he doesn't get as much to do as the other two Ghostfaces in Scream Six, in my opinion. That's why he's bottom. He's good for what we did get from him, but he's my least favorite out of those three because we just didn't get enough. Coming at number 9 is his sister Quinn Bailey. I thought she's a really good Ghostface. I thought she's really psychotic, crazy, and loud. I really liked a lot of her lines and moments, like when she's like grinding the knife on the railing at the end. Thought she had a good depth and a lot of great Ghostface moments. So I thought she's a really solid Ghostface. Coming in at number 8 is Detective Bailey or Detective Kirsch. It was Detective Bailey, but I don't know. It had to be Detective Bailey. I just don't know how that worked from him transferring to NYPD, but technically he would be obviously a Kirsch because he's Richie's father. So I don't know how that works. I hope they cleared it up. But I love the whole like family angle. A family of Ghostfaces going after Carpenter. So I think that's awesome. We got the family revenge with Nancy Loomis in 2, which we'll get to. But I like it as a family of Ghostfaces, and I like the revenge aspect for the motive. The reason I like him the best out of the 3 is because he's more subtle. I mean, obviously he's crazy and psychotic, but he's not like it's more subtle. It's just he's more quiet. He has some funny lines. He's just really it's just pure revenge for him. He's just very, very sad that his son was killed. He's just avenging his son. He had a really great death from Sam. Probably my favorite kill of the whole franchise, actually. I absolutely love that. He had a really good performance as Ghostface. It felt very different from the other ones. That's why he's the best out of the Kirsch family killers in 6, anyways. I think he's did a really good job. And we get the most of his particular Ghostface, so that's also why he's at number 8. All right. Next up is Nancy Loomis. I love this twist. That's one of the ones I didn't see coming. That Debbie Salt, the reporter, ends up being Ghostface, and on top of the twist is Billy's mother, which I think is awesome. She's absolutely insane. She really does the crazy eyes well, and it's and she I think she only had one kill, but it was Randy though, so that's intense that she killed Randy. She has some really funny moments, really crazy, intense moments. Overall, she's an awesome Ghostface. I thought she did a really good job. I love all the twists with her character and the reveal. It's one of the most surprising reveals to me. Number 6 is Mickey Altieri. I think this is an underrated one. First of all, Timothy Olyphant is an amazing actor. He plays a psychopath so well. The only issue with this one is that he was gone 45 minutes before he was revealed as Ghostface, so the reveal wasn't as impactful as it should have been. But that aside, amazing Ghostface, very manipulative. He questions Sidney into thinking Derek is the killer. And he kills Derek, which is very sad. And that carries on with Sidney to the next movie even. I just think he's a really crazy, insane, intense, like hilarious Ghostface. I really do like his Ghostface. It's definitely one of the most underrated ones, like I said, in my opinion. All right, now we're at the top 5. Number 5 is Richie Kirsch. Jack Quaid does an amazing performance. I was surprised by this reveal, mostly because I was hoping that he just wasn't the killer. I think in the back of my mind, I was like, he's probably going to be the killer, but I was just hoping he wasn't, and he was. But he did a really good job, switching from the Richie to the Ghostface persona. And I love Richie and Amber's motive with the toxic fandom. I thought that was very timely. And a very this great moment that it's simple, but it's funny and it's ridiculous that Stab 8 just like pissed them off so much that they wanted to make another movie based on true events, because they're such toxic fans. And he has so many funny, crazy, intense lines. He's just so insane, and um, and their plan is just ridiculous. It would have never worked, but that's kind of the interesting part, is that it's so insane and ridiculous that it probably wouldn't work, but and they're so crazy that they just didn't even care. So that's why he's so high up on the list. I love his performance. I love the moments in the kitchen with the characters. He's just very insane. This amazing performance from Jack Quaid. I absolutely love it. Next up, number 4 is Amber Freeman. Again, I love the motive of the toxic fan. She is absolutely insane. Has so many funny moments, like when she's doing like the psycho sound with the knife. I love how she's revealed when she shoots Liv. That like I knew I guess she was a killer, but it still surprised me that she, like, at that particular moment she decided to reveal that she was Ghostface. So yeah, I love that. Mickey Madison is an amazing actress. She did a phenomenal job. Fantastic moment. She killed Dewey. And I don't care about the criticism that, like, oh, she's obviously she's shorter, and that like she overpowered Dewey. Like I never bought into that criticism. First off, I think when you're Ghostface, you kind of get like this Ghostface power, like because obviously they're all the same height, and I don't put that into account that like a teenager killed Dewey. Like I just think that Ghostface killed Dewey, if that makes sense. I don't nitpick that at all. That Amber, like a teenager, ended up killing whoever, or and in the franchise in general. I just think I don't think that matters in my opinion. But she killed Dewey, so that was like one of the emotional parts of the whole franchise. Very sad. So that automatically boosted up pretty high because she killed like one of the main trio, and she just keeps on turning back and forth. She tries to manipulate Gale and Sydney, and it's like she's like radicalized by the message boards. Like so many silly, ridiculous lines, and she has a really like crazy death. It's like she's on fire, and then she gets shot by Tara. Like I think she's a really underrated Ghostface. I think she did a phenomenal job. I'm surprised I ranked Richie and Amber this high. I thought Mickey and Nancy would get the spot. I just didn't love Mickey's motive with the whole like, oh, I'm gonna blame the movies and short trial and stuff. I just didn't love. I like Nancy Loomis's motive with the revenge, but I just like I just think this motive is so unique, like the toxic fandom aspect. I really love that motive, and I love the portrayals from Jack Quaid and Mickey Madison. They did absolutely phenomenal job. And the reason why she's above Richie is because she actually did most of the killing. She was the muscle basically. She did most of the work. He's more of a like he's because he's more kind of like he just didn't. I don't know why he didn't do most of it, but she took care of most of it. You can kind of see that she's mad at him a little bit at the end. Just like it's very subtle. But yeah, she's an amazing Ghostface. I thought she did a phenomenal job. Now we're at the top 3. Coming in at third place is Stu Macher. Phenomenal performance by Matthew Lillard. Some of the funniest lines from him, like you hit me with the phone, and peer pressure, and my mom and dad are going to be so mad at me. He's probably the funniest Ghostface, and he had no motive, which is great. He's just an insane psychopath, so I think that works very well. He's just so crazy. He's like Matthew Lillard, just like absolutely nails it. Just goes like 110%. He's like drooling some of his lines. He's like every line he says is like your mother's no Sharon Stone, in his movements and mannerisms. His death was great with the TV. Just a really phenomenal Ghostface. I think he did a perfect job as Ghostface. And also what I like, I didn't mention also why Nancy and Mickey were lower on the list. I don't love when the Ghostfaces turn on each other. For the most part, I don't think that's very interesting. Like just like like I love seeing good guys team up. I think it's more interesting when the bad guys team up, like Richie and Amber, Stu and Billy. They don't betray each other. I know Billy and Stu stab each other a lot and get mad at each other, but they didn't full on betray each other. I think it's more interesting when they work together and don't betray each other. So that's also why Nancy and Mickey were a little bit lower on the list. And I like, Billy and Stu worked together throughout the whole time, and they got away with the whole Maureen Prescott murder. I just think I like the team aspect better when they don't betray each other. I think that's far more interesting than just killing one of the other Ghostface. I just don't love that. But there is one exception, but we'll get to that. All right, number 2 is Billy Loomis. I bet you thought he'd be number 1, but we'll get to number 1 in a moment. But Skeet Ulrich did an amazing job with this performance. He has a great performance, absolutely insane, so angry, great motive. With he's mad at Sydney for her mom for breaking up the marriage because she slept with Billy's dad, and that created like a whole ripple effect, and like made I guess that's the reason he went insane. This great performance. I did guess him as the killer, but he's just like he has so many great like movie lines, like how he's revealed like Anthony Perkins Psycho, and like just so crazy and intense and funny. The great death. I thought it was a awesome Ghostface. But coming in number 1 is Jill Roberts. This may be a hot take, but she's my personal favorite. I remember seeing Scream 4 in theaters for the first time. And again, that was the first horror movie I ever seen in theaters. I remember being so surprised by that reveal. I guess Charlie, but not her. I remember just being absolutely just like floored by her. I felt so betrayed and so shocked that she was the killer. She has a great turn from the Jill Roberts persona to Ghostface. She's like so insane. Like she just wants to be the sole survivor. She films it. It was like they film all the murders, so that was a very ahead of its time. And like she has so many great lines, like sick is the new insane. I don't need friends, I need fans. Just like so many phenomenal moments, and like the self like mutilation scene, like when she's like stabbing herself and like running into the picture and throwing herself on the table. Like my audience was laughing out loud. It was just so crazy and intense. And she was the closest to getting away with it. So she's the smartest Ghostface in my opinion. She almost got away with it. If she wouldn't have slipped up at the end, she would have definitely gotten away with it. So yeah, I thought that was all her scenes are amazing. And I did have the complaint like the Ghostface turning on each other, but the reason why this one gets an exception is because like Charlie was just not a good Ghostface anyway. So her killing him, I didn't really care. And she just wants to be a sole survivor. And this and the whole hospital scene with her, and she says to Cindy like, "What are you, Michael Myers?" She's just so intense and crazy. You really feel for the character Sydney, Dale, and Dewey. Do you think they might die? She's like so intense and so scary. She and hilarious. That's why she's number 1 for me. The surprise reveal, and she has just a great character, great motivation, great everything. She's an amazing Ghostface. That's why she comes at number 1. All right. Well, that's my ranking, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please let me know what your ranking is. I'm very interested to know. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do appreciate it. You guys have a great day and take care. Bye.